2-3 minutes to go. I think let's start so that participants can join.
Sure.
Good evening, everybody. Just doing a sound check, video check. If I'm audible and if you can see me, you can just type in a hi, hello in the chat box.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting initiative by MIT ID Innovation. On behalf of the core team, the alumni, and the cohort of 2020 to 21, we are grateful to be safe and amongst you all hosting this session today. For those who are joining us for the first time today, we would like to share that MIT stands for the ever progressive 4-decade young Maharashtra Institute of Technology. ID stands for MIT's 15-year young pioneering Institute of Design. MIT ID's latest contribution to strengthening the global innovation ecosystem is the flagship one-year innovation program, which focuses on the four pillars of design, business, technology, and humanities. The key features and differentiators of this one-year flagship course are hands-on, highly customized, pro-practical, project-heavy based learning, deep immersions, and humanities. We tested our agility, adaptability, resilience as a team when we seamlessly delivered value added experiences to our student innovators and the innovation ecosystem at large via close to 50 industry interactions across the disruptive year. More value add series lined up as I speak. As promised, our open online courses focusing on innovation essentials have been launched this quarter. The duration of these certificate courses will range from 1 month to 9 months, in addition to our full time 1 year campus based course. Moving, moving on to today's session, we now welcome our innovator, Associate Professor Harshit Desai, Director of MIT ID Innovation. An industry professional who has spent a decade plus in the higher education domain, he is a faculty at MIT ID and is currently pursuing his PhD. He is deeply immersed in building India's foremost innovation education practice in collaboration with fellow industry leaders. This is our 49th industry interaction this season, and I, Susmita Yadav, Innovation Outreach Consultant at the MIT ID Innovation, welcome you all once again to this thoughtfully curated innovation journey. Please do read the chat for other important pointers shared. Warm welcome once again, Professor Desai, over to you.
Great. Thanks, Usmita. I think it was wonderful to have you get started this wonderful Saturday evening. And thanks to all the participants who I'm sure left many other things which are more important and interesting and joined this webinar. So thank you everybody for joining in today. Uh, so I'm Harshit Desai. I look after primarily building this whole innovation initiative at MIT Institute of Design. So we have been in the space of higher education for past few decades now. But as a team, we realize that among all things, there isn't yet a formal way for somebody to learn innovation, and that's the kind of larger mandate that we have taken to ourselves. And today, I will briefly talk about what has gone into it, and essentially what all we have to offer, because in our interactions with you, and I'm sure many of you have spoken to some of our team members, so there are quite a few new programs that we have launched, and today I would rather spend time on explaining you the background of it, and we'll delve deeper into few of the courses that we are launching. And then there are questions, and if you are free to kind of pitch in whenever you need any further information on any of these activities that we are conducting. So cool, let's begin. I have a small deck to share, and let's see how do we go to that. Yeah, is it visible? Yeah. So before we get into the actual discussion, I thought I will uh, play a little game just to keep things interesting and exciting for you. Although I don't have any big prize money like Amitabh Bachchan to offer you, but I'm sure you'll get some uh, good reward if you stay back till the end. And this reward could be in the form of you going back with few new things that you learn just within this 1 hour that we spent together. So I'm going to show you an image, and I'll run a quick poll, quick 20 seconds. You'll see few options on your screen, and you have to choose whatever you think is the right option. So yeah, so there is an object in front of you, and you have to guess what this could be, and you'll get to see the answer at the end of the session. Good. Yep. Last 5 seconds. Fantastic. So here are the results. Quite a few of you think that this is a showpiece. Um, few of you have said that this is a comb. Then the others who think that it's either a tool or a map. So we'll just wait till the end of the session, and we'll find out the answer to this question, and also why this particular question, because I wanted to convey something very important using this as a starting point. Cool. So moving on, this is what has been the belief of MIT ID Innovation since the day we started. We feel that innovation is an inherent human capability. Okay, everybody has a capability and a capacity to innovate, to be innovative, and do it in whatever way. Means there can be different ways in which somebody innovates or somebody practices innovation, but essentially everybody in some or the other way or in some or the other degree has this capability, and it's a inherent to human nature. The very progress of humanity was based on innovation. It's as fundamental as it can be. And an extension of this fact is that because it's something which is already there, there can be ways and means to improve it. Okay, there are certain ways in which innovation can be learned, either from scratch or either from whatever level you are currently, or wherever you are at the maturity stage of your life. You can always learn innovation in a particular way. uh, how do you learn innovation? So again, it's our belief that it's best learned by doing. So the one of the fundamental ways of learning innovation is to practice it in its all possible forms, in its all possible ways. And because it's a very practice oriented discipline, the more you do, the more you experiment, the more you try out things on your own, I think you get better and better with it. So that's the background and that's the philosophy that we believe in at MIT Institute of Design. And as it was mentioned in the introduction, we are housed in a design institute, which is a kind of 15-year old design institute. And we thought that with combining design with these other elements of technology, business, and humanities, we should be able to put together of what we call as learning innovation. So this is the crux of all that we have been doing so far, and all that you will get to see in coming years and in coming times, as to what we are building and what we intend to help others with. So this is the foundation of all that what we are doing at MIT Innovation Initiative. One of the things is a 1 year on campus program where you get to study in a very structured way. Uh, Around 30 weeks you spend on different classroom courses which you would study on the campus, and around 20 weeks is dedicated to a final year internship kind of a project where you work with a industry, you work on a project, you work with other innovators and kind of build something. So this is something which we have been running for past 2 years now, and some of the kind of best talent which has joined us for this program, they are undergoing this training. And is one of its kind. It's one of the first programs which is offered in this format in India. So I think the response has been very very positive, and all the participants who have been part of the batches and the cohorts, I think they have found this to be superlatively enriching experience for themselves. Those who are interested to know more about this, will spend some more time later on, and maybe one on one also. If there are any queries, we can take from this. But in a nutshell, this is what the syllabus of the 1 year program looks like. Okay, so right from studying design in its most fundamental form, whether it's design thinking, certain approaches of human centered design, product design, experience design. So these all aspects of design are covered in the 1 year program. On the technology side, they get a parallel input on all the important and emerging technologies, be it IoT, be it AR, VR, be it machine learning, artificial intelligence, robotics, UI, UX, all of that, whatever is critical in today's time for a innovation professional to succeed in career, those all technologies are in covered there. Uh, Everything needs a context, and everything kind of flourishes when there is a right business model to it. And the context of innovation also is in a way business, and a good understanding of how businesses work, how new businesses are built, how existing businesses are scaled, how do I really innovate with new product services. All of those aspects of innovation are covered under the business aspects of the program. And last but not the least, I think finally it is about you as a person. So we firmly believe that you getting trained and getting that personal discovery of that what I am good at comes from a good understanding of humanities. Means how do you locate yourself, how do you build those 21st century skills to succeed in a workplace, which is in a way very very important, uh, along with the other hard skills that you build. So these are all those communication skills, interpersonal skills. How do I really think through a problem, how do I really communicate with people, how do I build teams. So all those aspects are also interwoven into the program offering, and you get to learn this through different activities, different projects, and there are dedicated faculty members to help you on these aspects of the program. So this is the overall summary of the 1 year program. I showed you the structure. It's a 1 year on campus program. We'll start the new batch from August 2021, and we'll follow that semester schedule where 6 months are dedicated to classroom training and 6 months for the industry project. These are few glimpses of the first batch as to how the studios look like, how the team works, what are different kind of activities which are happening. More updates and stories are available on our social media, and the website will soon see updates of what we have been doing so far. Yeah. So now, keeping in pace with the current changing times, and anyways, for those who are not able to take out that whole 1 year from their careers and from their professional life, but still seek to upskill themselves, but still feel that yeah, means they need to learn innovation and maybe certain specific aspects of innovation. So for them, we have come up with these flexible online courses. And before I get into this, I thought I will quickly also try to understand what's the audience like, so I'm just running a quick poll for me to just understand a mix of people that are with me right now, so I can focus on specific things. Yeah. Cool. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end. Good. Wow. So there's a fantastic mix of almost 50% are young students and 50% are working professionals. So I will, yeah. So for all those who are here, and when I think we spoke to some of them one to one also on what topics would we cover in the online courses. So these are the 5 topics that we are starting with. Is the online offerings are not limited to only this, but this is what we are starting with, and these are really curated from the fact that all of these courses are being run and offered by people who are practicing this. So people who are professionals in each of these fields or each of these domains, it is through their help the course has been curated, the course has been developed and designed along with the appropriate learning platform and whatever other necessary tools are required for you to learn these topics. At at the introductory level, these are all 1 month courses to begin with, and as we go along, you will find the more specialized and more uh, deeper and in-depth programs in all of these topics. I'll quickly take you through what say we would cover, say, in a creativity and innovation. It is a very misunderstood word. Creativity is, it's often very used very loosely. So what we are trying to do is again break it down into some specific tools, some specific techniques, and as I mentioned that it is a practice, right? So if the more you practice, the more tools you use, you automatically develop that mindset and develop those skill sets, and you can become creative in multiple ways. So it's so creativity here is not equated only with, say, I'm good with my drawing or I'm good with a particular skill. It is a thinking skill that you need to develop, and once you develop that and once you nurture that, I think you can see results both in your own personal life as well, the professional life. So you can come from any realm or any domain. If you are a student or if you are a working professional, learning some of these techniques will help you do whatever you are doing in a creative way. So that's something which is the promise here, and that's something which is a kind of premise of this course. Just a minute. Yeah, so we have online classes. How is 3 hour a day? I'll come to the logistics. I'll come to it logistics. So the way the courses are structured is, it's a 1 month, which is like it's spread over a month. Okay, and all classes, the actual lectures which are happening with the faculty, will happen as a online live lecture using a platform more or less similar to what we are currently doing. And on each of these weekends, say for example there are 4 weekends, on each weekend, so on each Saturday you will have a 3 hour session with the facilitator, with the faculty. The rest of the week there are certain exercises, there are certain activities that you have to do at your end. You can consult the faculty, the faculty can guide you one on one for any of the assignments and projects. The required course material will be hosted on the learning platform, so you can go back, refer to the additional materials, you can take some quizzes. So all that can happen on the platform. So essentially you would need say 12 hours in your entire month for the lectures, and for additional hours for the assignments and quizzes and the practice that are being prescribed as a part of the coursework. So by and large this is the logistics, and this is the format that we are going to follow for all the courses in a way. The faculty for this particular course is Rishu. I think Rishu has joined us today also here, so he can also answer if there are some specific questions about this. But Rishu himself has been a innovation practitioner. He's a creativity coach. He has spent a lot of time coaching teams on these techniques back there in Sweden. Now he's part of the innovation team. He has been conducting things at for past 2 months with one of the batches, and probably Jan onwards I'll also let you know the exact dates and how do you enroll for this eventually. But this is by and large the structure and the format of this course. Yeah, Ajit, you have a question? You can ask the question in the Q&A tab, I think, if you have any questions. So please type in your questions either in the chat or in the Q&A tab, and towards the end we will answer these questions collectively. Cool. The second course that we are offering is on social innovation. Very, very important topic in today's time. We have seen what good and bad a technology can do to our lives. Okay, whenever there is a new technology, or whenever there is a new invention, or whenever there is a new design that is proposed, uh, it has some good implications on the way we live, the way we kind of lead our lives on this planet. And at times there are very adverse effects of whatever we are doing. So as innovators, as designers, as professionals, we have to be very, very responsible of what design decisions are we going to take. Means I may be a very prolific designer and an inventor, but if I'm not able to pay attention or do justice to the environmental factors of the product that I'm doing, or I am kind of undermining the say some livelihood, or I'm threatening the ecosystem in some or the other way by doing a particular kind of business, so that's that's not going to work in coming times. So be it small startups or to bigger companies, means we already seen the likes of Cokes and Pepsis and Nestle's of the world who have taken up this mandate to become more and more responsible, become more and more sustainable in their own way. And how does kind of business goals and social impact can go hand in hand. So that's something which is a very very important topic in this space, so much so that maybe if you go to certain design and business schools, there are dedicated 1 year 2 year programs for you to study social innovation. So this is our way to start it. So eventually we will also have a full-fledged program in social innovation, and as a starting point of that, we are coming up with this beginner or a foundation level course where you are able to understand the importance of why and what is the need of social innovation in today's time. Okay, how do I use design to create business models, to develop products and solutions which are far more responsible in its own way. And again, to teach this, we have one of the best person that we can get. He was heading design teams and innovation teams in best of the global companies. He has worked across Europe, India, China, and different markets. But even in these big companies, his focus was on how do I kind of build sustainable businesses. And now he has joined hands with us, and he has, through his own experience and his own practice that he has been doing, he has developed this course. Again, we are offering it in a similar format where you'll learn from him on, say, on each weekends, in a 3 to 4 hours session and an interaction with him. There are other faculty members also who are social entrepreneurs themselves, who will assist you in kind of choosing a project and how do you kind of build your own business and do a social innovation if you have your own ideas. And there is again course material and other support system which will be provided to you as a part of this course as well. This one is a very interesting one, primarily for all the working professionals here. Whether you are part of a design team or an R&D team or a marketing team, or for that matter a innovation department, sooner or later you will also find this need of how do I transform my organization. If you are at that particular position, for yourself you need to transform your role, you need to upskill yourself if to move from a particular career role to some another role, uh, and for which understanding this whole notion of how do I build a team which is innovative, or how do I become innovative being part of a team, requires a lot of strategic thinking. And also, from an innovation point of view, you need to understand what we just spoke about. So the basics of creativity, basics of design thinking. How do I really have that foresight as to where the organization is going, where the industry is going, and what am I'm going to do to contribute to this whole exercise of the organization becoming innovative. And this is for that kind of a profile where you are building teams or you are leading teams and then driving the innovation initiative in one of the organizations that you are. So this course again is taught by a person who has done it all. He has been part of multiple teams in multiple domains. He has set up quite a few innovation labs both in India and Europe. And with his experience, he is trying to kind of convert that into a methodical program. Now, this could be one of the most unique programs that you could ever see, because it is completely practice based, and it is taught also in a different uh, way, that most of the case studies or most of the assignments that you will be doing, they will be all live assignments. So you, if you are a working professional, you can actually study something on a Saturday and straight away apply that on Monday in your workplace. So it's made to work in that format. And again, further details are available on our website, and there is another webinar which he had taken, so there are other details which you can find there. So the course is called Leading Transformative Innovation Practice. So that's the exact keyword that you need to find out, that how do I lead something which is transformative. Because organizations may not, it may not be sufficient to have chota mota uh, innovation, right? Is you need to transform yourself, otherwise you are dead. Means if an organization doesn't innovate, you will go out of business like a Nokia or a Kodak, or plenty of examples which are floating around. So this is both for your own personal readiness, that how do I upskill myself and become more innovative and kind of move into a leadership position, and then lead a team within an organization, or for that matter, if somebody wants to build a startup, you have an idea, you are technically strong, you have kind of sorted it in terms of whether the product is right, and you have find a early customer. The real success of a startup or real success of an idea to be taken to the market more often lies on the team building capabilities. So if you're able to get together a right team, if you're able to bring the right components to that whole organization, then the idea takes the real life and it's taken to the next level. So this is the faculty whom you will be speaking to, and he will spend his entire experience and time with you to kind of bring you to that speed and become more innovative from a leadership perspective. This again means this is something which is the buzzword. Means I'm sure those who are already working, they would have already uh, heard this word so many times. So this is the larger theme that we have just put out. The specific programs and the modules will be shared with you later as we go along. But this is where you try to understand digital both from a technology point of view and also from a business point of view. So digital transformation more often is understood that, okay, look, I will use some technology, I will use AI, ML, blockchain, and then create something, and then that will transform the organization, or that will bring about an innovation. But uh, that is starting on the wrong footing. Means digital transformation is all about how do I transform businesses using technology. So a good understanding of technology is important, but at the same time, the diagram that I showed you, how do you really understand design, business, technology together, is something which you will get to learn again from a person who has been there, done it all, setting up teams, driving a lot of other innovation initiatives, is something which you will learn again in the same format of like spread over a 1 month, over weekends, so that you can do it flexibly. And there will be other industry mentors and professionals who will be part of the delivery, whom you can interact and learn from within the different modules that are laid out. And last but not the least is again a course on user experience design. Now, this is the hottest term, or the most in demand skill set in today's time, be it a traditional business, or be it a legacy business, or be it any other new age startup, or be it a Fortune 500 company. Uh, Everybody needs to deliver a good user experience through a digital medium. And that is the most critical piece, that I have a fantastic idea, I have a fantastic initiative, but if I'm not able to communicate, if I'm not able to deliver the right experience to my end users and to my customers, then the product fails. And then it's very difficult to regain and rebuild that, because if I get a wrong or a bad experience in the first instance, then I have kind of lost it all, and then it becomes difficult for me to again gain things back on pace. So this is going to be one of the most important courses, again starting January, and it will cover all fundamentals of design. How do I use certain design frameworks, how do I do research, how do I quickly validate my insights, and using again the technology business aspects of it, I build the right kind of products, digital products, be it a website, be it a mobile app, be it any hybrid experience. This is what the user experience design course is going to be about. Yeah, so this was in a nutshell. I think I thought it would be good for you to first get an overview, and then based on your queries we can go deeper into any of the specific courses that you may want to know more about. Yeah, so coming back to this, for I saw some of them answering that this to be a map, and that's the right answer. Now, it doesn't look like a map because we are used to a very different kind of map. And when we say map, then we have an image of like a paper with some boundaries and all of that. But this is how it is used. This is a map, a wooden map used by people who stay up there in the North Pole, where there are no other means of communication, but they actually engrave the geography of the region in which they stay with different points. So if you see those connections, so all these contours which are here are marked on the map here, and they just hold this like a kind of a baton in their hand. And as and when they progress, and as and when they kind of uh, go out in the wild for either for fishing or for hunting or for whatever purpose they want to venture out, this is the device which helps them to navigate, because there are no other cues, there are no other kind of beacons for them to kind of have a reference to. And this is this according to me is one of the most interesting. So this is probably the scene in which you would see the product being used. The point that I'm trying to say and what I wanted to say is that even people like these who are staying up there and who are not formally trained in anything, they also can innovate. This is something which they have innovated out of their need. This is what they have innovated using some cues around themselves and figured out the right solution that works best for them. And according to me, that's what all innovation is all about. Is how do I make things simple? How do I make things more useful? How do I make things which are more delightful to use, and they deliver the right value. Okay, and at all levels, means it's something which, as we saw, that for them that is the right solution. uh, Probably people who are living in the cities and have an access to other technologies, a GPS navigator is a better solution. But there is an innovative mind behind all of these, and that's what we want to really nurture, and that's what we need to develop. And if these people can innovate, I'm sure everybody of us can innovate. It just requires that right kind of thinking and the right kind of hand holding and some guidance and mentorship for you to really come to that level where you become innovative. And that's the attempt, that's what we are aiming at. And through these programs that you just saw, depending on again whatever is your entry and whatever is your understanding of the space, you'll be able to become more and more innovative. Yeah, so again, ending with this, that innovation is an inherent capability and innovation can be learned. And the best way to learn innovation is to come to us and know more about what we are doing. So yeah, that's what I had to share today, and thank you for your patient listening. And I would be happy if there are some questions. Course fees structure. Okay. So the fees are of different brackets. So there's the minimum that we are kept as a fee for all the 1 year, sorry, 1 month courses is around 25,000. So that's the entry point where you do a 1 month module or 1 month course. You earn a certificate, so you'll get a certificate in social innovation, you'll get a certificate in creativity and innovation, you'll get a certificate in digital transformation. Now some of the courses and modules that I just shared is spreading over few more months. So for them, the fees will be different. But for all the 1 month courses, so for 1 month the fees is 25,000. You can take that as a measure. So if it is a 2 month course, then the fees would be say 50,000, and so on and so forth. UI UX is how long? So Kranti wants to know UI UX is for how long? Slide mentioned 1 to 9 months, and what is the fee? So again, see, many of these courses are into smaller modules. Okay, so we'll share some more details as we go along, and those who are specifically interested in a particular course, please reach out to us, and we'll share the rest of the details there. But the way it is structured is that you do a beginner course, which is for say for 1 month. then you do a slightly advanced level course which is say for 4 months. And if you want to start afresh and study everything and you kind of wish to do a deep dive, then it's a 9-month course in UI UX. So based on whatever is your entry point, you can choose either to go for a 1 month course which is more like a refresher or a foundation course. A 9-month course would be for end to end, where you will also get a good kind of to develop your portfolio, to build a project for your own, get some assistance in finding the right career opportunities. So all of that will come with a longer program. And typically the 9-month course would be around 1.5 lakh rupees is what the price point for the 9-month program. I also quickly wanted to check with others. So you can answer this poll as well, and if there are any questions. Yeah. So I think the other details were shared in the chat, but these are all ongoing courses, and you'll be able to see the admission process or the enrollment process on the website itself. And it's a complete online process where you go, you choose whichever course you want to select, and then you can kind of, actually enroll for a course on the website itself. There will be a learning platform to which you will get an access once you are enrolled in the program. And uh, these are all done as cohorts. So for each of the modules that you saw, each of the courses that we just shared, the intake is of 20 students. So there is a batch of 20 which is curated, and all 20 of the cohort members, they work together, and it's almost like you are attending a class, but it's virtual in a way. And the interaction is happening, so you get to work with groups, you get to interact with other team members, you will be working on joint projects. And there's a lot of peer learning which is also part of the interaction. So it's not it's not an online course where you just sit back and look at videos and just kind of do some quizzes. It's a very activity based and actively engaging kind of a program that you get to be part of. uh, the live lectures, as I said, will happen on specified days. The schedule will be known to you in advance, so that whoever is working or whoever has some other engagements, you can always plan your day accordingly, so that you can block your time, you can kind of plan the schedule accordingly. And rest of the week is flexible, so means you would have some activities to be done, and you would uh, be given some specific activities to be carried out, and that can be done as a part of an ongoing thing through the week, flexible basis. uh, Rajeshri wants to ask: is creativity for innovation beginner level or covers advanced tools from TRIZ and helps with other accreditation for practitioner? So Rajeshri, this particular course which we are currently offering is, I won't say it's completely beginner level. It is slightly advanced because there are certain tools and techniques which are uh, slightly more specialized in that way. Okay, so uh, it is not beginner level for sure, but at the same time it is not as complex as a triz and something which is very institutionalized as a triz. Okay, as of now, after this basic course that you have done, then there is going to be a longer program where you will get a practitioner accreditation. That what you have mentioned, we are also in talks with few other agencies where you get to get an additional level of certification which is widely accepted in the industry also further on. But this course in particular would be a like a midway between a beginner and a tris. That's how I like to put it. Rishu, you want to, because Rishu himself is here, who is going to cover some points.
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so the course, it is covering a lot of beginners level, and at the same time, as long during the month that will progress depending on the level and speed of learning, we will reach a more advanced level of creativity. So the aim is to be able to get full control and to understand what the basic fundamentals are of creativity and how to use them in a advanced setting, basically for one own's personal development, and learn about the teams and leadership one can take in workspace also. So yeah, it will have plenty of advanced things as well. So it's going to be a very holistic course.
Cool. Yeah. So Rishu, I think Rajashree, you can also connect offline and try and understand some more specific details if you need some more clarification. We all are kind of available and accessible whenever you need us to answer any queries on it. Great. Any more questions? If there aren't, then I think we can conclude for today. There will be regular sessions happening like this because uh, this is the phase where we are also constantly coming up with new ideas and new programs are being developed. So these all will be launched, and you'll find the updates on our social media and on the website. And almost regularly we will have these webinars also. You can either attend these webinars, or we are all available to answer any specific queries that you may have. uh, Anything on the logistics front, I think that the counseling team is well aware of all those details. So anything on the starting dates and the fees and how do you really apply, where do you fill the form, all those technical and logistics related queries, uh, they can always answer. Anything on the course content, if you want to more understand better that what the course is about, if you want to interact with the faculty beforehand and try to understand what is being covered and what is being delivered in the particular module, feel free to reach out to us, and we would be happy to help you on that as well. Great. Yeah, so Smita, if you want to take this side from here, you can
Yes,
take it
sure.
forward. Yeah.
For more questions, do reach out to us offline on social channels. Special thanks to Professor Desai for his time and sharing the value add takeaways from his innovation journey. This curated series will feature a variety of industry thought leaders who are now a part of the global MIT ID innovation ecosystem. We recognize the need to reach out to thousands of aspiring innovators and help them gain the skills and knowledge required for their dreams to become a reality. We encourage you to connect with us via our social channels. For those interested in becoming top notch innovators, we invite you to explore our courses that will fast track your career path. So log on to www.mitidinnovation.com to kickstart your innovation journey with MIT ID Innovation. Let's learn, innovate, lead. Yours innovatively, Susmita Yadav signing off. To everyone, stay connected, stay safe, and keep innovating every day. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.